Hi beauties! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jacob and I am a makeup enthusiast here on social media. If you guys have stuck around, thank you guys so much. I know it is a running theme now that I will upload a video and then take a hiatus of a few months, if not a year, but I do appreciate you guys sticking around and always showing support on any videos that I do upload. In today's video, I wanted to jump on here and do a quick little mini haul for you, show you some things that I bought recently through SHEGLAM or Shein. Also just do a little fun makeup look, playing in my makeup because I'm bored and I'm feeling cute, so why not? Without babbling on too much, we'll chat more as we get ready. Let's just jump right into the video. So I'm thinking that I'll go through the little haul that I got and then I'll get started on the makeup look. First, I wanted to show you guys these adorable makeup brush holders. They're in the shape of a heart, they spin around 360, and they come with a cute little lid, and they hold quite a lot. I bought 2 of these, and I'm pretty sure that they are under $10. And then I'll pop a little picture up here of the other organizer that I bought. It's this cute little egg-shaped organizer. It came with space for you to put lipsticks in there and other little beauty things, knickknacks that you might have on your makeup counter, but I keep that in my bedroom to hold like all of my moisturizer, face spray, anything that I'm using to get ready in the morning or get ready at night after I've taken a shower or just wash my face. So yeah, that's in my bedroom along with this other little one, and I'll pop another picture up. It's a another just little organizing shelf that spins around 360. So I wanted to get some organizing things just to help clear some space on my countertop in my bedroom because it was getting crazy. But now it's a lot better. So that is basically the organizing section and probably the most relevant reason why I made this order. But of course, I always check out the beauty section because even though a lot of SHEGLAM stuff is now coming from China, they have recently started selling a lot of not just their brand stuff on the app. I don't know what that's about, but I try to stick with mainly SHEGLAM stuff, even though this is one thing that I wanted to try out. It's from the brand Sweet Mint, and it was one of those like jelly lipsticks that I see everybody trying. It has like a sticker on it with, I believe, some Japanese, could be Chinese, but one of those like jelly lipsticks from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm definitely not. So this is what it looks like. Very wet. Goes back in the tube though, thank God. I rolled up a lot. But yeah, this is supposed to be like a dupe for those like MAC lipsticks that I see everybody using, or like a lip stain. I don't know what it really is. But I wanted to try this out, and it was, and it was like, I want to say less than $3. The next thing that I got is another Sweet Mint product. This is the Sweet Mint 4 Colors Contour. It is a cute little compact. It comes with a decent sized mirror there. I haven't taken the sticker off. And then it comes with 2 matte contour shades and a highlighting matte shade. And it also comes with a nice highlight like shimmer shade. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up very well. But I really did like the colors, and I do think this is going to be a really good contour shade, especially like this one down here. And I feel like this color would be more for like a bronzer. I think it was, again, less than $10. So I've mentioned this in past videos. Everything that I've bought from SHEGLAM thus far, as far as the cosmetics, has definitely been worth the price, and I've really ended up loving and using. The next thing that I got was from the brand Kaka Show, and I don't really remember what this was advertised as. If I can, I'll pop a picture up right here. But this is the little tiny single eyeshadow that you get, but it's kind of a duo single eyeshadow where you get a light lavender shimmer and then a dark lavender shimmer. And I just thought that this would be either a beautiful highlight or just a beautiful shimmer shadow look. The last thing that I got that was not SHEGLAM came in this beautiful like vintage packaging. I'm trying to pick up the, I don't know what these are called, but it's got like a embossment of a face in there, and then it's this beautiful compact. It's like a pearl pink compact with a cute little pearl clasp. Again, this is like what's on that white part there, that embossment of the face. You can just a little plastic. You can definitely see it better on the packaging here. And then look how beautiful that is. It comes with a nice size mirror. And then it's like a peachy orange to pink to white, blue. I love this color story on, like, that is so beautiful to me. So I definitely had to pick this up. I would call this probably like a blush lighter. It definitely has, like I said, that peachy pink, and then up here is more your highlighting shades. But I wanted to try this out. They came in a few different color stories, but this is the one that definitely spoke to me the most. The next thing that I got was actually a gift. My mom gave me her Better Than Sex. I think this is the waterproof mascara. I've tried the regular Better Than Sex mascara, which was all right. I don't hate it, but I definitely wouldn't spend the money on it. I'm just not that kind of girl for mascara, but I'm definitely happy to give it a try. Thanks, Mom. And speaking of my mom, I know I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to try and bring on some of my family members or maybe even my boyfriend to the channel just to put somebody else in makeup other than myself, but I don't know if that's gonna work out in this scenario just because my space is very compact right now already, and I feel like trying to get me plus another T-bow in this space would be just trouble with a capital T and a lot of chaos. Lord only knows like how many times I would hit this desk and shake this camera, but I'll definitely see about bringing somebody on the channel at some point. The next thing that I got was this cute little picnic, that's the word that I was looking for. This cute little picnic basket packaging. The Sunday Picnic Layer Cake Lip Oil Set comes with a trio of lip oils. It looks like these two are more of your basic lip oil, and then this one has a very beautiful peachy pink shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that. It looks so pretty. Ooh, this is gonna be my new favorite, I know it. Rainbow Cake, yep. Yes, this is definitely going to be beautiful. I can already tell. I'm gonna pop this one on. The next one is this beautiful like cherry lip oil. Ooh, that's a beautiful color as well. And yep, this is called Cherry Cake. The last one is, ooh, it's like a cola. I would call this like a cola color. And this is just called Chocolate Cake. So I guess it's like a chocolatey brown cola. I already tried the blueberry and the strawberry, which is this one, and I love them both, so I knew that I was gonna like these, but just different flavors. And then the last little thing that I got in my haul is these two SHEGLAM Chroma Glow Bloom Liquid Highlighters. And I got mine in the shade Flying Comet and Solar Flare. Beautiful little jar. Doesn't have the little clicky ball like their blush does when it comes in this packaging, but this is the shade Solar Flare. Oh, that's why it's got a little doe foot. Okay. So Solar Flare. Ooh, I don't know if you guys are gonna pick that up. Let me blend this out a little. So I'm kind of just like dragging it and then tapping it onto my arm. Woo! Do you see that flip? Like silvery pink. Almost like a greeny silver too. Ooh, that is beautiful. So that is Solar Flare. I'm sorry. This one was called Flying Comet. This is the shade Flying Comet. This one is the shade Solar Flare. I do wish that I could see the actual shade from outside of the packaging, but they look identical in the bottles. I will say this one feels a little bit heavier. And I'm gonna put that right next to this one. I don't know if you can get the flip. They have a beautiful like duo trichrome flip to them. They did have like your standard liquid highlighter colors, but these ones were definitely more my speed. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to pick that up. Let me try to like dim my lights or something. That kind of helped. Okay, so I dimmed the light a little bit. So this is Solar Flare. This one's more like a peachy I don't know, like a peachy nude, peachy beige. But do you see how beautiful my hand looks though? Hello. And that is pretty much everything that I got in the haul. Let me go ahead and get all this out of my way. Back beauties, I have my cut crease canvas from Makeup Revolution on as my eyeshadow primer today. I'm going to do kind of a monochromatic eyeshadow look, I think, based off of the deep blue that I've got going on in my jumper. So I want to take a few different eyeshadows to get this look though. First, I want to take my deepest shade from the Club Nebula Kaleidos palette in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. I am not sure if I said that wrong. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. But I want to grab this deep blue shade in the corner called Void. I did want to grab the Rainbow Cake lip oil. I'm definitely excited to use this. Looks so pretty in here. Doesn't really smell like anything. I don't feel any of the glitter if there's glitter in there. That is beautiful. Love it. Now that that is moisturizing my lips, I'm gonna grab this pinched fluffy blending brush from Trixie. It is the P05, and I think I want to do, I don't know, I'm gonna figure this out as I go. Tap out any creases. Jeepers. That went a long way. So right now, just keeping it kind of rounded in my outer V. Yeah, the past few months have been a little chaotic, but what's new? Working. I've also been going to the doctor, like my new primary care physician. I saw her. I also met with a specialist for the other issues that I've got going on, and had a fun little procedure done that cost $1,300. $1,300 that I did not have, so back in debt. Hey! And thank God I have Eddie, because if I didn't, I would literally be just up to my ears in stress and debt, and that would be what my life consisted of. Hopefully the stress of what is going on in life now does not come out in this makeup look. I feel like a sad clown right now. Also went to the dentist. That was definitely fun because I found out that I don't really have dental insurance. I have an assistance program. So I basically get like a little fun discount when I go to the dentist, but everything that I get done at the dentist, I have to pay for. Luckily though, my teeth are in really good condition and I just needed to get them cleaned. And then the last time that I had cavities, I had...
It's not like the silver or the gold. It's like the stuff that looks like teeth put on, you know, to like cover it and make sure it doesn't get like worse.
And apparently they didn't do that right. They did it so bad that they actually had that stuff stuck in my gums, which was fun to find out. And that was like $400 to get fixed, which I'm still paying off. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun over here, guys. I'm so sorry that I'm just pooping it all on you right now, but you chose to click on this video and you can also choose to click off this video, but I hope that you don't stick around, okay? Again, I feel like a sad clown. Do I want to do a cut crease? I think I'm going to take this a little bit up into my crease. Yeah. Just about, I'll say like, yeah, halfway. And that's where I'll stop with this shade. Other than my lovely doctor visits, like I said, just busy at work. I feel awful taking time off though, because ever since I have started this new job, we have been understaffed. Kind of worrisome. I mean, we did have a meeting and they like, I would say did their best to quell our worries, but then the next day, somebody else was gone. So it's definitely been just not the best time at work. And you top that with like patients that are just not happy that they're not getting what they think that they need when they need it. And we're doing our best. And it's just that so much time. Everything takes time in the medical world and the insurance world, like medical insurance world. It's just, people dragging their big freaking Neanderthal knuckles. And I feel awful because I'm just like, there's literally only so much I can do. There's really only so much that they allow me to do for you. I'm just the one answering the phone because they don't want to. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave this here. We're gonna move on to the next subject. I hope I don't get fired for this. I'm gonna grab my Sugar Pill pressed eyeshadow palette and I'm gonna take this blue shade called Velocity up here. These are actually both Velocity, but I use this one the most because that one's the newer one. Am I crazy? Yes. I'm gonna grab the Revolution R2 Fluffy Eye Brush, and I'm basically just gonna use this to blend out that first shade and take it all the way into my inner corner. So I've caught the other eye up here. Again, I'm not doing the like best blending right now. I'm just laying down where I want my colors, and then off camera, I'll go back and I'll reinforce everything and get the blend where I want it, but just trying to give you guys a good idea of what I'm going for. The last shade, am I talking too fast? Let me know. Shade I'm going to dive into is from Sugar Pill again, the 10th anniversary capsule palette, and I'm using this beautiful blue shade called After Party 2020 right here. I'm gonna grab this pinched fluffy blending brush. That is so pretty. It's a really pretty blue. I wish that this pan was bigger. The only thing that I didn't like about these capsule palettes was how small some of the pans were. The color stories were really pretty. And I really do love Sugar Pill eyeshadow. I believe that they're so pigmented and so blendable, and they've definitely only improved. They used to only have, at least when I first started buying from Sugar Pill, they didn't have any eyeshadow palettes available. I know that they had previously made them, but usually everything that Sugar Pill makes is, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like limited edition. So the eyeshadow palettes that they had made previously were no longer available, but they did have shades from those eyeshadow palettes in their singles that you could buy. And basically that was the only way to buy their eyeshadow, was to buy the singles. And then if you buy enough singles, which I know I've said this before, you get the magnetic eyeshadow palette at like a discount. That's how I ended up with two of these big bad boys. Maybe like 2 years after I started using Sugar Pill, they came out with a mini magnetic eyeshadow palette. So I went ahead and scooped some more singles up in that. I think that this eye looks more winged out. So just gonna try to match that up over here. Even though I am gonna come in and clean this up with a makeup wipe before I start my base. But just trying to make sure that everything matches right now. I'll come back once I have all the matte shades blended to get started on the shimmer. I don't know how I feel about blue eyeshadow against my brown eyeballs. I feel like it makes them look darker and not as green. When I put green shadow on though, I feel like it makes it look more green. But I guess blue doesn't have green in it, does it? No, that'd be like teal. So got that cleaned up. Feel like that looks pretty good for now. Next thing I want to do is prime my face. First with the primer spray that I got from the Shop Miss A brand. Since I do have stuff on my eyes, I'm gonna try to protect them as much as I can. Oh, next I'm gonna take my the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I'm gonna take that on. I like to just put this on the highlight points of my face. Little goes a long way with this too, so keep that in mind. Hear all that stubble? Ooh, I need to shave tomorrow. Goes in my hair, that's okay. And then lastly, I'm gonna take my NYX Bear With Me Sunscreen Daily Moisturizing Primer. And this I'm just gonna go over the rest of my forehead and face with. Okay, now that I'm all primed, I'm gonna go wet my sponges and then I'll be right back to start my base. So beauties, I am going to pause on the face for a second because I almost forgot to finish my eye look. So I went ahead and cleaned off my lids and cut my crease using my NYX Micellar Water and a Q-tip. Now I'm taking the Pixie Epoxy from Fear & A, and then I'm gonna use that Duo from Kaka Show. And I think I'm gonna take this into the outer V onto the mobile lid and then finishing it up through the inner corner with that. It kind of looks Snow White in the camera view to me, but it is more of like a lavender than a pure white. I will say that this purple might not be the right color for this look. I did think that I was going for more of like a purple blue pink look, but if I do need to dive into another shadow just to add more pink in, I will definitely do that. And then I think I'm also going to finish up the cut of the crease using my JD Glow glitter eyeliner, and this is in the shade Pixie, so I'll be popping that on as well. Maybe a brush is not the best way to apply it. I mean, you can definitely see it, but it has more of a, I don't know how to describe it, like, there's not really much of a base there. It's very transparent. That's the word that I'm looking for. So, trying to go in with a finger. My fingers are a little bit fat though, so I do really like the color of this purple though. It's not as deep as it's looking in the pan. Like I said, it's coming off a lot more light and transparent, and I think it's really pretty with this blue eye. But I may have to go in with something else just to really blend in that deep blue with this color on the mobile lid. That is the deepest shade from the Kaka Show shadow. Now I'm going to take that same brush. This is the ColourPop E3 brush. Just gonna clean that off of the purple shade. And now I'm gonna dive into the lighter of the two. And I'm curious to see if I'll be able to see anything with this, since that one, the deeper purple, has, I mean, it's a surprising shade and I like it, but it's just not as deep as I wanted it to be. Or I should say expected it to be. Whoa. So it's not really showing up as high impact as it is in person, but this one definitely had a lot more payoff with the brush. I'll say that. But I will also say that it's more of like a pinky purple shift. Just am not sure how I'm feeling about, oh, tofu. Just not sure how I'm feeling about like how transparent these are. It is growing on me quick though. The only thing I am kind of bummed about is that on my eye, I can literally not tell a difference between the two shadows other than The lighter one obviously has more of a pink flip, and then the darker purple has more of a blue to purple flip. But because they're both such a transparent base, it's really easy to blend them together, but really hard to tell where one ends and one begins. So that is what that is looking like. I really feel when I come back with my glitter, that should clean up that line for me, I'm hoping. I'm gonna go like right here where the two meet, and I'm just gonna wiggle that together to see what happens and pat this between the two. I'm getting a little bit of fallout down here. I'm gonna have to clean that up again. But other than that, I will say it is a very pretty shimmer. I don't know about its duo-ness because I don't really think that they are that different when you pop them on your eye. I don't see a very big difference, but I do really think that the shimmer is impactful and very beautiful. Now I'm just gonna look for a deeper shimmer shade, like I said, to go ahead and blend that deep blue with the purples that we've got going on right now. I found the Iridescent Baubles palette from MBA Cosmetics. I'm gonna take this shade here in the corner. It's like a blue purple flip called Luster, and that is what I'm gonna use on that same E3 ColourPop brush. It also has a little bit of green or maybe even like teal to it. Definitely a deeper purple that I'm looking for. So watch how we go ahead and just blend right into those other shimmers. Do you see like, ooh, that looks so much better already? I am gonna go back in with that matte shade just to really make sure I have a good blend going. But yeah, that is definitely already looking so much better. Now I'm just gonna take the other side of this brush that I didn't put the luster shade on and just wiggle that a little bit to try and really get a nice blend going on the mobile lid with that deeper shimmer. I think that looks so much better. And just grabbing the brush that I, just grabbing the brush that's now covered in cat fur grand that I applied the deepest shade with, and just wiggling that next to the luster shade so we can get a really good blend. I'm not moving it too much towards my outer V because I really don't want to take the shimmer all the way out there. So that is what that is looking like. And lastly, like I said, we're gonna grab our JD Glow glitter eyeliner, and I'm just gonna try to finesse the crease to make sure it looks really nice and sharp and cut. And so that is what the eye is looking like now. I do want to add probably something in the inner corner just to finish this up once I'm done with everything else. But for now, I'm going to catch this eye up and then we're going to get back to getting the face done. Okay, beauties, back, and I have my eyes done all together now. We're gonna get into cream products and then we'll jump straight into powder products. For cream contour, I'm just gonna use a unmentionable liquid lipstick that I like to use for a cream contour. If you've been here for any amount of time, you've definitely seen me use this. And just to give me a little bit more of a blend, I'm going to use the Trixie P10 brush. Just to really help diffuse any harsh line I have going on. Okay, beauties, so back with my contour completed, I'm going to go in for bronzer with the e.l.f. Aqua something bronze peach palette. This is no longer available, so that's why I'm not going to give you all the details. Just going to grab this on a Precision Foundation 660 Luxie brush. I don't ever think I would use this for foundation. It's just way too fluffy for me, but I do like it for bronzer or blush, definitely. So just going ahead and applying that where I would take my bronzer and just lightly over the forehead to kind of blend that contour line a little bit more, and down the nose some. I just like to blend right here to add some more color to the face to make that contour look a little bit more natural. That is bronzer. I'm going to go in next with my blush, and I have two different blushes because I am who I am, guys. First, I'm going to take this MUA Blushed Liquid Cream Blush in the shade Watermelon, which I've been dying to use since I got it. These are very affordable, and I'm not sure if they're like not as well known or if they're going out of business or something, but I found them on Beauty Bay just shopping through, and someone just rang my doorbell. Sorry if you hear those dogs going crazy. What was I saying? I found them on Beauty Bay one day shopping and have tried this. Well, this will be the first time that I'm trying their blush, but I've tried their primers and one of their eyeshadows as a contour. Everything that I've tried has been really good. So not sure what happened with this brand, like why they're so affordable, but I'm definitely happy to be picking up more of these cute little liquid blushes. Am I talking too fast again? I feel like I am. I am also going to be taking just in the deepest parts of my blush pocket, Anatomy. I'm going to take the Seraphine Botanic Raisin and Cream Long Lasting Creamy Lip Stain, and I'm going to be using the shade, maybe the shade is Raisin and Cream, but I'm going to be taking this for the pockets of my cheek. And pretty much just gonna go ahead and pop that right here. Really beautiful, like muted rose shade, I would say. And this watermelon shade is just a, ooh, beautiful hot red shade. And to do this, I think I'm gonna go ahead with a clean beauty blender and just go ahead and start blending that first one out. Ooh, that blended beautifully. Just gonna tap the excess on my nose. For this one, I'm gonna pick it up on the sponge, just because I don't want to go too crazy with it. It's very, very bright. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Definitely more of a sunburn look, but I love that. I love blush so much. I'm gonna grab my HD Studio Photogenic Concealer from NYX in the shade CW01, and just gonna pop that right into my eye bags, because they are heavy to do. Just a little bit down the nose. Pop some on my chin. Because I did not shave, I will go ahead and try to get out any beard. Some people like to let that sit. I'm not one of those people. Really trying not to get any blue eyeshadow in my concealer, and then just make my eyes look even more baggy and blue. Maybe this is a lesson now. looks pretty good. Final step before we get foundation on, I'm gonna take Flying Comet for this look just because it's got that green pink flip, so I definitely think this will be pretty. To apply that, I'm gonna take a Odin's Eye FR1. Felt like I got a lot on there, so trying to just spread the love. That is gorgeous. Definitely seeing more of the pinky base in person, but I feel like on camera you're seeing more of the silvery shine coming through. But ooh, it's so beautiful, and wow, it blends really well. Even after sitting there for a minute, it didn't get dry and leave any of those freaking annoying patches. Ooh, I was so worried. I was about to get a patch too, and no. I will say a little goes a long way, so be sparing, unless you're like Pheromone. It's definitely like taken over my cheek, so I'm glad that I'm putting this on under everything. But wow, it's so pretty. Gotta remember to get my other clavicle bone here. Can you see it on my clavicles? Oh my god, I'm in love with it on my clavicles right now. I'm going to a Halloween thing next Friday. Ooh, I can't wait to put some of this on. I love this. I love this. I love this. Just putting the excess on the tip of my nose. Almost forgot the ears. That is all the cream products down. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Catrice Cosmetics HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and I have the shades Neutral Beige 036 and Light Beige 010, and I'm going to mix these together, and this will be my foundation shade. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on, and then once I have this on and set, we will come back to complete the face with the powders, and then and then wrap up this eye look before we wrap up the video. Alrighty. Nope, no one ready before we wrap up the video, so we're gonna cut it. Beauties, I am back. I have my eyes completed. I did not want you guys to wait around for me to get that done. I went ahead and applied some mascara as well. I also went and used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Good Reef, which is in my lower waterline. So just wanted to get you guys up to speed. Oh, I also went ahead and added some fun little bubbles of pink to the eye look because I thought that these would be a cute little addition, some texture on the eye other than the glitter and the shimmer. But now that foundation and setting powder are completed, let's go ahead and do my powder products. I also need to get my eyebrows on really quick. So I want to grab the Sweet Mint 4-color contour palette, and like I said, I'm going to be using this shade for my contour. I'm thinking I'm going to dive into this one just to see how it looks for bronzer, and then I might be using this if I want to do any matte highlighting, and then we'll probably dab this on just to see what it's going to look like as far as highlighter. Let me go ahead and get that off, and we will get going. I'm going to take the Luxie 512 small contouring brush. The kittens are all getting pretty big now. They're about 7 or 8 months, I would say. We got them when they were 2 months old, and that was back in May. But yeah, everybody's been doing pretty well. Still trying to maintain little Lucy. She is definitely a sensitive stomach kind of gal with a lot of gas. That little cat, I swear to you, can stink up a freaking room, a big room too, and she is like literally the size of my foot. She's still the smallest, my little Lucy, but definitely got some weight on her. I'm thinking that this is not too bad of a contour shade. I don't mind that it's not super pigmented, because I like to be able to build up my contour rather than go straight in with it and just have it like, boom, pigment right off the bat and then have it really hard to blend out. So that is the contour shade. Now I'm going to use this, I would say it's a little bit deeper. I can't tell if it is going to be a warm brown or not, but I'm going to go in with a light hand first. And I'm going to take my Alamar Cosmetics bronzing brush, and it's picked up a decent amount of product. I really do love this compact. I think it's so cute and very travel friendly, definitely. Giving me a little bit more color, life in my face. This weekend, girl, I'm about to get into a full-on rant, blow-by-blow, what is it called? A brutal review of this movie. I was scrolling through Peacock and saw that they had the new horror movie, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And when they first released teasers for this movie, I was super excited because as a kid, Winnie the Pooh was definitely one of my favorite characters. Like all the characters of the 100 Acre Wood, like it was my jam. I loved Winnie the Pooh. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, you have caught my attention. I'm definitely interested. So I was on the ball. Like I was like, I want to see this. So I was really happy to see that it was streaming because I knew I was not going to pay to see this movie. I was definitely not going to give it my money before I found out if it was good or not. The next thing I'm going to be using is that I really don't even know what this is called, you guys. If I can find a picture of it, I believe that I said this earlier, I'll pop it up there. But I'm going to be using this blush end to add some color to my cheeks, and we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to use my P11. Where'd you go? Trixie Cosmetics P11 brush. Trixie Cosmetics P11 brush and just dabbing. I'm trying not to get, if you see the little moon right there, it's definitely got some sparkle to it. So I'm not trying to get that going on in my blush just yet. Really trying to see if this has any pigment to it. I'm not really seeing too much. Kind of seeing more of a sheen than anything. And then I'm wondering if that sheen's just an overspray. So that sheen's actually just an overspray. I don't really know how I feel about this. I'm not really seeing much of a difference on my face. Definitely getting product when I put my finger in there. Maybe it's just a really light wash. Excited to watch the movie because, like I said, it's basically my childhood and they've just amped it up to adult style. So I was like, hell yes, I want to watch this. Buckle up, babies, because I'm about to spoil everything for you. It's an hour and a half and I'm about to save you that time. It starts out a little like animated sequencing backstory, black and white, looks like hand-drawn, of like Christopher Robin and the 100 Acre Wood and how he stumbles upon, you know, Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, Owl, Rabbit, and they become great friends and yada, 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 all the good stuff. And then, of course, as one does, maybe there is something there. I don't know. I definitely feel like this is more of a blush lighter than a blush. I'm probably going to grab one more thing. I'm going to take the ColourPop Sailor Moon blush in the shade Cat's Eye. It's this beautiful pinky blush, and this is what I'm going to use just to make sure I've got color in my face. So we're going through the animated sequence. We find out that Christopher Robin grew up, and guess what? He left them in the 100 Acre Wood because, hello, he can't bring talking animals that are apparently half human into the world and just be like, yeah, these are my best friends. Woohoo! Love them like I do. I mean, I would have been fine with it, but you know, society. So he leaves and they are mad. They are vowing that they will never speak again and that they hate all things human. So this is where I have my first gripe. They hate all things human, right? But they wear clothes, they wear shoes, they walk upright, they drive cars, they like have houses. If you really hated all things human, I feel like you would definitely not wear human clothes. fuck that. Shoes? If I was an animal, I would definitely not wear shoes. Wouldn't be living in a house. You'd probably be living in like a cave or something. You more natural hominess. And then like, I don't know. I just feel like talking would be the one thing that you would maybe keep, you know, to like really get your point across. But no, you're going to do everything else but talk. Okay. Cut to Christopher Robin and his soon-to-be wife, or is his wife, I don't know. He's with a lady in the woods, and he's like telling her how he can't wait to show them all of his friends and how they are real, and people think he's crazy, but she's going to know. She's going to be the only one that he's ever shown this to, and he can't wait for her to believe him. So they're going through the 100-acre wood, and they stumble across the place that Christopher Robin remembers. And of course, it looks different because you're not 16 anymore and you're coming back to the freaking woods. It's gonna look a little different, sir. This movie made me so mad. I do think that I'm going to try this matte shade out just to chisel my cheeks a little bit. I'm gonna take this flat foundation brush, and this is what I'm going to use to pretty much carve out my cheeks, just to see what can be done here, you know, just to see if there's anything worth bragging about. But yeah, so we're in the 100-acre wood. They're looking for Pooh. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. Girl, I forgot to tell you this. They vowed, they're not only mad that Christopher Robin left, they're mad because they apparently didn't know how to survive by themselves and practically starved to death and had to eat Eeyore. What? What? Okay. So they had to eat Eeyore, and because of that, the fact that Christopher Robin left and that they practically starved to death and that they had to eat their friend Eeyore, even though there's plenty of other things to eat in the freaking woods, people that you don't know.
They have vowed to never speak again, and that they hate all things human, whatever. Okay, so back to where we were.
Looking for Pooh, they're adults. He wants to show his wife, you know, I'm not crazy. These talking animals are real from my childhood. They get up to the house. It's a tree house. Lovely, lovely house, you know, probably prime real estate. And of course they get, I don't know, it's just so stupid because they're scared even though you're looking for them. Then you get scared because you found them. So they hide when Pooh gets home. And of course, the first thing Pooh does, being a bear, he takes a big old bear nap. Cut to, now it's nighttime because like it was daytime, and they're trying to sneak out. And of course they get out of the house, and who runs up behind little wifey and snatches her up with a chain? Mr. Piglet. Let me just tell you, Piglet is kind of scary looking, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like it's just because he's got like these gnarly teeth and big tusks. So like that kind of face coming at you, it's gonna be a little terrifying, especially when it's human size. But Pooh, he looked like a freaking yellow gummy bear. Just like a yellow gummy bear. It was horrible.
And then I feel like, let me just keep going. Let me keep going with my amazing review, blow by blow.
Christopher standing there just screaming at Piglet, "Don't do it, Piglet, let her go." Then Piglet snaps her, you know, she's gone, bye-bye Mary. And then cut to this lady, completely irrelevant, like don't know who she is, in a therapist's office, talking about how she's gone through some trauma with this stalker who was like watching her, and then things escalated and he ended up breaking into her house. And the therapist basically is just like, you know what you need to do? Go on a lovely trip to the woods. Get away from everybody. Maybe it'll be what you need. Don't listen to those people. Don't listen to them, okay? Go to civilization, go to a fucking nice spa where your phone works and your friends can instantly find you, but you can turn that phone off and lose them. Like, just don't go into the woods, okay? Don't do it. Of course, sis is like, hey, let's go to the woods.
And then, I'm trying to think, what does it cut to? Because this movie was all over the place, you guys. I'm trying to wrap it up quick.
So after we get told to go to the forest, we're of course heading into the forest because we listen to our therapists, and we're looking for gas because we need gas. And then, you know, stupid little like jump scare scene, completely, I would say, irrelevant to the story. They get told to go get gas over somewhere yonder, and then they leave. Another cut to this other girl who I guess is a part of the friend group but is meeting them later in her own car, and she's calling them to be like, hey, are you sure it's this place? Because I'm already here and I'm lost.
I don't know how she's lost because she's literally just on a road. Like the road, you follow the road and you probably won't be lost. But anyway, she pulls over, calls, makes that call, I'm lost, what are we doing?
Then another cut, guys, to this girl that we just saw making the call and like basically being like, I'm lost. I don't know why you're lost and you're now leaving your car in the middle of nowhere to go into the woods. She is now on foot in the woods trying to make another call, and then she sees Pooh just standing there. It's so stupid. And then she's screaming and she drops her phone because I can't hold on to my phone and scream at the same time. Oh, and then another thing that really irritated me was that she was wearing a jacket, and then after she saw Pooh, she was not wearing that jacket anymore. And I know that she did not drop that jacket. It was like preppily tied around her neck. I was like, where'd that jacket go, sis? But of course, running through the woods, ends up in this like abandoned factory type thing, and Pooh snatches her up, and for some freaking reason her whole shirt just comes off. Tata's flying, and then boom, 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 she's dead, then gets turned into gum. And I'm just like, why? Then we're cutting back to the friend group who's now made it to their little lovely cabin. Again, not sure how that other girl who is now dead didn't make it to the cabin, because it was right off the road, you know, right there. This movie, you're welcome. So friends are in the cabin. They start getting all the juicy tea from sis, who's like, yeah, I was stalked, and this is why I've been so depressed and not talking to you lately, and blah, 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 blah. And of course, I really don't think that has anything to do with anything, the whole stalking thing. Maybe it, because it really doesn't, like, it makes no, it serves no purpose to the story. Like, she's maybe a little timid because of the stalking, like, definitely afraid of men, but like, I would be afraid of 8-foot-tall bears and pigs too, you know? I think anybody with a logical thinking mind would be a little scared of something like that. We cut to Pooh again, who has showed us that Christopher Robin is still alive. He is just trapped in his, like, basement of torture, and he definitely ate some people down there. There was one lady who barely had a face, and then, I don't know how, but they showed this basically, like, Halloween skeleton with a wig on it. And that was supposed to be Mary, his girlfriend who just died. I was like, how'd she decay so fast? But then they like throw all of her bodily stuff in a bucket, and then they bathe him in her blood, which, oh, after he gets whipped. It was really, like, weird, just weird stuff. Pooh does have, like, a little flashback of, like, him being happy with Christopher Robin when they were kids, and Christopher Robin said they'd be best friends forever, and all that fun stuff, and then he just, like, went on a rampage and started throwing and trashing shit, and then, of course, yeah, like I said, bloody bath. Then we're cutting back to, this is, like, basically the thing that they showed for the movie, this girl in a jacuzzi, and then Pooh sneaking up behind her, and, yeah, just really dumb. She is taking all these photos in the jacuzzi, right? And when she goes to look at the photos, they're like, the whole time she's like, and then the photos are like this. Like, you couldn't even have consistent photos. Okay. And then, of course, Pooh's in the background in one of the photos. And she's like, what? What's going on? And then she gets out of the jacuzzi, presumably screams into the nothingness, are you stalking my friend? And then gets back into the jacuzzi completely. She doesn't even face the direction of where these people were standing in the photo. She just completely ignores it, back to them. And then, of course, ends up getting captured. And then long story short, she gets hogtied and they slowly run over her head. The other three friends come out because they hear her screaming, surprisingly. And they're like, what's going on? Oh my God, our friend's dead. It spirals downward from there, guys. For a highlight, I want to take my Black Moon Cosmetics Moonlighter in the shade Jellyfish. And this is what I will be using for my first highlight. Not sure if I'll go in with another one. We'll see. But all in all, I will just say that the movie ended stupidly. Everybody dies. I don't know if Christopher Robin dies, actually, so I can't say everybody dies, but Pooh is still a crazy Pooh. I think that Piglet died. Oh, yeah, Piglet, he ended up dying, like, holding on to chains. He wasn't tied to the chains. He was just holding on to them to make it look like he was tied to the chains. Oh, yeah. And then they found this random girl who I guess Piglet had tied up and tortured a little bit too much because she wanted revenge before she left that little treehouse. Didn't end up leaving. poor thing. But yeah, they like find her where they kill Piglet in the end. And again, like chains like this, like she's got her arms tied out with chains, but it's just so bad. It's so bad. The chains just drop right off. Just poof. Chains? What chains? It's a terrible movie. It's really bad. I've never been so disappointed. Like, I had to tell you guys about it. I was so mad about it. I was like, this is stupid. Why did I watch this? It was like funny stupid, I guess. I got a laugh out of it, but I would never.
Ever. I don't think I'd ever watch it again unless someone wanted to watch it and I was like, yeah, I'll watch it with you for a laugh. I would never spend money on it.
Oh, that's what I needed to tell you guys. I think the thing that they spent the most money on in that movie, it definitely wasn't the acting. The acting was so bad. I think it was the CGI blood. They had so much fake blood and not like fake ketchup. No, it was like, I'm gonna computer effect this blood. Like, it's not real blood, it's computer effects. And I was like, why? You can just make fake blood. But okay. And then there was this other scene, the scene where they were rolling over that girl's car. The scene where they were rolling over the girl's head really slow. For some reason, I thought it was real funny and smart and like a good idea to make Pooh's smile a little bit bigger when he did that. Like, as he rolled over her head, his smile got bigger, and they CGI'd that because the mask that they have Pooh in, like I said, is like a giant yellow gummy bear. And so he has just got this constant grin on his face. It does not leave, other than when he's like, they made him like eat a lot of honey, but he's literally just smearing it on his lips. And like, you can see his real tongue trying to make the mouth move, but it just doesn't work. It's just bad. That was my review of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys watched that movie, please comment down below and tell me what you thought of it, because I could go on and on and on about how much I hated it. But in better news, I'm going to stop jabbering while I try this. I think this is also Sweet Mint. I literally just realized that all the things I bought were from Sweet Mint. It's a really pretty color. I thought it would be a lot more red. It's very sticky. But I do think it is giving my lips just the right amount of color. The only thing I'm not super liking is the stickiness. It's not a terrible stickiness like where my lips are glue, but it just doesn't feel like super moisturized. It just feels more like gel. But I'm not mad at this color. This is really pretty. Definitely like a my lips but better color. But beauties, this is pretty much the final look that I have for you today. I really do hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me to go nowhere. Just to chit chat and catch up with you is always fun. Oh, I did want to let you guys know, I have watched another movie and it was very good. I was super surprised that it was so good. I loved it a lot. It made me laugh. It was not scary, but it is on Shudder. If you guys have Shudder, it's like the horror stream service, but it's called PG Psycho Goreman, and it was just really fun and really funny, and I really loved the little girl who is like the main character. She had me from the jump. And then they did this super funny thing. She comes in and she gives him this magazine. She's like, I brought you some stuff to read. And he like goes through it. And he's like, I don't want to read this. And she's like, but it's got hunky boys. And she shows him. He's like, I don't like hunky boys. And then he looks down at the magazine and he goes, or do I? Oh my God, that had me. I said, yes, okay. I really do hope that you enjoyed chit-chatting and getting ready with me today. Hopefully I will see you guys in the next one in the not too distant future. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys stay safe, stay beautiful, and have a great night or day whenever or wherever you are watching this, okay? Bye!
That was not bad. I felt good about that. Hopefully I didn't look fat.
Do you see this guy? Opal. Don't even think about it. These adorable little makeup brush. Sorry, I think I hit the camera and it's shaking. Excuse me. Maybe I might. I'm not kidding about that name. It's Kaka Show. And speaking of my mom, I know that mentioned
Was this for Lazy Susan?
a Lazy Susan. That's what it's called, the spinny thing. It's like on a Lazy Susan.
That's not gonna help. God dang it.
The next thing, that I'm gonna do is grab my pressed sugar pill, my, what is this? What is it called? Electroshock? Ultrashock. It's the, what is this? The Anniversary Capsule Palette. That's what this is. The Anniversary Capsule Palette. 10th anniversary. Why is this so scratched up? I keep this, whatever. Once I have the eyeshadow, once I have the, oh, nope. Almost did it to myself, ladies. For bronzer, I'm gonna take the peachy, for,
oh. Should I put touches, maybe? Slow down the touches. Bring some attention to the girl. So after we get told we need to go to the forest by therapist, we cut to another random girl. No.
Ready? Nope. No one ready before we ever the videos where we're gonna cut it. Let's go.
What is he doing?
Bye.